Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this. But I would like to welcome you to the very first episode of Delectable Comestibles. I, of course, am your esteemed host, Chef Milton. Now, I know what's running through your mind at this exact moment. You're thinking, why? I thought he was a professor of the sciences, or even I thought he was a world-famous director of the arts. Or perhaps you're remembering my status as Grandmaster Chess Champion, and while all those things are true, today I come to you as Chef Milton.
Cut.
Excuse me?
I said cut.
Yes, but I was just in the middle of explaining my extensive credentials to my loyal fans and followers.
Yeah, I don't think anyone remembers you from those things, nor do you have loyal fans and followers.
No?
No. Let's just say your name and move on, okay?
Yes, all right. I can do that.
Great. Wonderful. We'll pick it up right where you left off. Action.
Yes, well, despite my extensive background in a variety of arenas, I am also a celebrated culinary artiste.
Cut.
What now?
What is a culinary artiste?
Well, it means that I'm a chef.
Then let's just say that. All right?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Let's take it again. Action.
As I was saying, in addition to my prolific resume of activities, I am also a master chef. Today, I am quite filled with exuberance over the opportunity to share one of my most celebrated recipes with you, my loyal viewing audience. But before we commence with the cooking, I must introduce to you my trusted and loyal assistant, Ulysses. Boop, boop, beep, boop. Oh, yes, it is quite exciting, Ulysses. I was just getting to that, Ulysses. I've told you more than once, you must have patience. Ulysses was just asking what we would be cooking today, and I suppose it probably is time to reveal my master plan. Today, I will be sharing with you my recipe for perfect, delightful, delectable peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Now, the first thing that you must consider when... What is it now? This is getting ridiculous. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Director person?
First of all, my name is Taylor.
Oh, okay, Tyler. What seems to be the source of your considerable consternation?
Not Tyler, Taylor.
I'm sorry. Ulysses was distracting me. Tanner, is it?
Taylor.
Trailer.
That's not a name.
Tater.
No.
Merle.
What? No. My name is Taylor.
Taylor! Oh! Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I need to have my ears checked. Now, what seems to be the problem, Taylor?
Well, Milton, everyone knows how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can't do a cooking show on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Well, of course you can. You've simply never made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich using my recipe.
Oh, no. Do you take 2 slices of bread?
You do?
Smear peanut butter on one side, jelly on the other side,
Yes.
and you put them together to make the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Who gave you my recipe?
Milton, that's the way everyone makes their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Oh my. Well then, what do you suggest?
It's television. You need to do something more exciting to capture the audience's attention. You need to reveal yourself as a master chef. You need to cook with fire.
Oh, no, Ulysses! It is okay! No, do not be alarmed, Ulysses! I am dreadfully sorry. Ulysses is terribly afraid of fire, and even the mere mention of the word sends him into a blind panic. However, I do see your point, Timmy, and I'm actually reminded of a fantastic and wonderful part of the Big God story.
It's Taylor. Can you please just try to remember my name?
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry.
Taylor!
Yes, Taylor, of course. I knew that. And it's actually interesting because this part of the Big God story is actually about someone revealing himself through fire. Ulysses, no, this has to stop. Control yourself. Would you mind if I shared this part of the Big God story with you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Why not indeed? However, I can think of an environment that would be much better for the telling of this story because it combines both fire and an environment more conducive to storytelling.
I think it's fine if you just share the story here.
Oh, no. Nonsense, my dear man. Together we'll all clap on 3. Are you ready?
Why?
1, 2, Ulysses! Every time! You've got to stop this madness. Stop. I will do this for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3! Yes. Fireside is the perfect place for telling stories. Ulysses, if you insist on continually overreacting, I am going to be forced to leave you behind on future adventures.
I'm sorry, how did we get here?
No matter. It's the perfect location for telling this part of the big God story. This part of the big God story begins in a land called Egypt and with a man named Moses.
Didn't the Israelites end up in Egypt because of a famine? Joseph led them there, right?
That is correct. But Moses was born nearly 400 years after Joseph died, so quite a bit had changed since then. The king of Egypt, called Pharaoh, had made the Israelites his slaves.
Not cool.
Yes, very not cool. You know, Ulysses, you might be of some help here. Could you bring your holographic projection imaging system online and project the images as the story unfolds? Thank you, very good. Now, where was I? Yes. Moses was a man of 3 different cultures. He was born an Israelite, he was adopted by an Egyptian family, and then he ran off to become a Midianite shepherd. But all this time, God knew who he was, and he had extraordinary plans to use him to bring about the most extraordinary event in all of history, the freeing of the Israelites from the Egyptians.
Pretty cool. What happened next?
Well, God's people were crying out to him because they weren't very happy being Egyptian slaves. And we read in the book of Exodus that God heard them and was concerned for them. But before he could rescue them, he had many things that he wanted to reveal about himself to Moses and to his people. May I inquire where you obtained that Bible?
You have your secrets, I have mine.
Fair enough.
All right, here it is in Exodus 3. Moses was tending his flock in the far side of the desert when he saw something strange. It was a bush, and it was on fire, but it wasn't burning up.
Very strange indeed. As I told you before, I am a world-renowned professor of the sciences, and I have extensively studied combustibility. And I know that when a bush is on fire, it burns. Take, for instance, the logs of this fire. The flames consume the logs and they become the fuel for the fire. So for a bush to be on fire and yet not burn, why, it's nothing short of a miracle.
I think God was just getting started, because what happens next is even crazier.
Yes. Time for a field trip.
Wait, what?
Clap along with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Can you give more warning before you do that again?
Do you see that beautiful bush right there?
Where's Ulysses?
Put your ear on it.
Wait, what?
The bush. Put your ear on it.
Okay.
Do you hear anything?
Nothing.
Okay, try that one over there.
No.
That one.
Milton, I don't hear anything from these bushes.
Exactly! In my considerable experience with the botanical sciences, there is one fact of which I am sure. Plants do not talk. Now that I have proved my theory, back to the kitchen. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm starting to get a little sick to my stomach.
Nonsense, you'll be fine. Anywho, since we now know that bushes definitely do not speak, it only stands to reason that the voice that was coming from the bush must have been the voice of God himself.
Well, it seems like God was already revealing himself to Moses. He revealed that he was powerful and he can do amazing miracles.
That is correct. He did engulf a bush with fire without burning it up, and he did speak from the bush. But it gets even better. Take a look at what he said to Moses.
He called him by name and told him to take off his sandals because he was standing on holy ground.
That's right, Ulysses. God was revealing that he knew Moses by name and that he is holy or set apart. What happens next?
Well, it looks like he told Moses that he was sending him to Pharaoh and that Moses was going to lead the Israelites out of Egypt.
And what does that reveal to you about who God is?
Well, it sounds like he's got a plan and he knows what he's doing.
Very good.
Taylor?
Taylor, yes, of course. Very, very, very good.
All right, what happened next?
Moses said to God, "Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, 'The God of your fathers has sent me.' And they ask me, 'What is his name?' Then what should I tell them?"
Ah, yes, of course. This is one of my favorite parts. He tells Moses, "I am who I am. Tell them I am has sent me to you."
What does that mean?
This, my friend, is an exceedingly important point. That is correct, Ulysses. God was revealing to Moses and all of the Israelites that he is the one and the only true God.
That's pretty cool. Oh, this part's awesome. God started to tell Moses that he needed to go to see Pharaoh, but Moses was scared. Even after all of that, Moses was still scared. Anyway, God showed his amazing power off again by turning Moses' shepherd's staff into a snake.
That's correct. He throws the staff down on the ground and it turns into a snake. And then when he picks it back up again, it turns back to a staff in his hand. God was showing Moses that even by the thing he was carrying in his hand, he would show to the Egyptians that he was the one and only true God.
Even after all of that, Moses didn't want to go. He was still scared.
Well, he was worried that he wouldn't be able to do it. He didn't know that God was going to give him everything he needed to accomplish the task, and that God would be with him.
Yeah, so God told Moses that he could take his brother Aaron to speak for him.
So Moses gathered all of his family and told all of the Israelites everything that God had said. And they believed right away and began to celebrate God's faithfulness. Very good, Ulysses.
Wow, I can't believe how much God revealed about himself in this one situation with Moses. He is powerful, he can do amazing miracles, he knows us by name, he is holy or set apart, he has a plan, he knows what he's doing, he is the one and only true God, he gives us what we need, he is with us and he is faithful. Wow.
Yes, wow. God was revealing a great deal about himself to Moses and all of the Israelites.
I mean, isn't that what the whole Bible's for? I mean, the whole big God story? It's one of the ways God reveals himself to us. You know, Milton, when God was revealing all of these things to Moses, he was revealing his identity. He even told him his name, I am.
That's true, but I fail to see the point that you're trying to make.
Names are important, Milton. They're a part of people's identities.
Ah, yes, of course. You are quite right, my friend. And I do apologize for not taking the time to learn your name sooner, Taylor.
Oh, you got it right, Milton. I appreciate it. Now, don't you think we got some shooting to do? We have a show to make.
Yes, indeed. And I have been quite inspired by this portion of the Big God story. In fact, I have chosen this premiere episode to reveal myself to the world as a Grandmaster Chef.
Yeah? How are you gonna do that?
By making this premiere episode all about cooking with fire. Oh, no, Ulysses, no, it is okay. Stop.